So, I have rigged up one of the simplest and most sensitive pieces of mechanism you could ever do, which is simply a pendulum. That bag is suspended by a piece of monofilament line, the gold coin, and admittedly it's only 14 karat. I'm fresh out of Krugerrands, I'm afraid. So we'll start with a 14 karat, see if we get any response whatsoever, a measurable or visual response anyway, and then we'll take it from there. What we want to see is an example of force, something happening. Now for this, I'm going to be using a stack of 6 1-inch neodymium magnets. They are very powerful for their size. According to the source, one of them will lift a 30-pound block of steel. So if we're going to get a response, we should see it. It should be obvious. So let's see what happens. I'm going to first of all approach the coin and see if I get any response whatsoever, and then we'll play with it. I'm using the north face first, and I'm going to bring it close to the system. Now that changed something there. So we have a response. It is not an attractive response. It is not attracting to that magnet. It's hanging loose, and as you can see, as it moves within that magnetic field, it squares up, lines up on the mag field, and as I turn this, it's going to turn with the mag, and very obviously turn with the mag. Now this is admittedly a very powerful magnet, but we are seeing a response. Now as I move this closer, it does get to the point where the mechanical resistance is there, just the weight of it against the mag force. There's a limit, so it's obviously a weak repulsion. But that is definitely a response. What we're going to do with that, I don't know yet. And as I've noted on the forum, an attraction response or a repulsion response can still be used to rob gold particles of energy. And if that's what we're trying to do, there may be a way to put this to use. Interestingly enough, when I get that hanging loose, and I just barely get it into the mag field, or response to it, if I pull backwards, it chases it. That's not a pendulum falling off the push. That is actually chasing the magnet. So that is an interesting thing. Whether the magnet's in motion or the gold coin or the gold is in motion, there is a chase response, an attraction, sort of. A pull, I would put it. It's not an attraction to the magnets. Now, in a sluice box, of course, this level of magnetic would be covered in black sand. But that doesn't mean we can't examine what else can happen. Now, I'm just going to see how soon, how far away this particular stack will affect that. See, just barely. Now, so that's a good 25 millimeters or more away. Now I'm going to turn around and we'll just use the south pole for a second just to see, make sure we don't have anything weird magnetic. But once again we get that response. It's not swinging to the magnet, it's not attracting to the magnet. It is repelling. And let's see if we get that chase again. We'll let the pendulum reach its static point straight down. Catch it in the mag force. We can see that. Start of a response. And then we get the chase again. Once again, line it up. Get it square to the gold. And then pull back. Interesting stuff.